Just when Karnataka is grappling with the heated Kannadiga job reservation issue, another controversy has erupted. The state government is considering extending the work hours for IT and BPO employees, sparking a fierce backlash. IT firms in Karnataka submitted a proposal to the state government demanding an extension of employee working hours up to 14 hours, sources said. The proposal involves amending the Karnataka Shops and Commercial Establishments Act 1961. This change could mean that IT workers might have to work more than 12 hours a day, up to 125 hours over 3 months. Currently, they can work up to 10 hours a day, including overtime. We are now joined by Anaga Keshav from India Today to learn more about the IT work hours extension. Anaga, what exactly have the IT firms proposed to the state government and what could be the reason behind it?
Well, Deepthi, the move that is being put forth by the IT firms to the Karnataka government is certainly alarming, and that has been met with strong resistance and criticism from public. For example, right now, according to the existing law, it mandates that employees can work for 9 hours and probably an additional hour. So, all in all, 10 hours, including overtime per day. But according to the new proposal that's put forth by the IT firms, it it could legalize that employees work for 14 hours a day, and if you cash in the travel time that the employee takes to commute from his or her house to the office, including the Bangalore traffic situation and all that, it could potentially mean this person is spending 16 hours just at work, including traveling. This is certainly met with severe criticism and backlash, including the Karnataka State IT Employees Union as well. They've protested on the streets of Bengaluru, calling out the hypocrisy of this government. In fact, at this point, this is just a proposal that's being put forth, and the government is considering amending that act. Now, if they do propose this bill in the assembly and if it does get passed, then it means that Bengaloreans and people across Karnataka will possibly have to work for 14 hours a day. Now, the main challenges of this, according to the union, is the health effects that the employees must undergo. They are stating that if this comes forward, then people will lose their personal life. It will just be working, and they will have to forego their personal and social life. Number two is the adverse health effect of this new law if it is really brought in. It increases the risk of heart disease, is what the unions are saying. And third, and that's the most alarming of them all, existingly all the IT firms at this point, they follow a three-shift system. Now if this law comes into place with that mandates 14-hour work shift, then it means that a three shift gets cut down to two shift. Now that would mean that one third of the workforce would be out of their jobs when it comes to IT sector. Now that's the more that's the most alarming part that people who are working in IT sectors are raising at this point. This move has been met with strong criticism, but we need to wait and watch if the government will really yield and take this up, because this comes under three departments. One, the labor ministry headed by Santosh Lad. Number two, the ITBT wing that's headed by Minister Priyank Kharge. And third, the industry wing that's headed by MB Patil. So this comes under three ministers, three tall ministers that have been heading this portfolio. We need to wait and watch if the government will really yield into this, because this also raises questions and apprehensions about corruption that might increase once this comes into force. Any IT firm might just then bribe the government into really putting forth, into really passing this bill in the assembly. So all these apprehensions are running high. This really it's a curse for the public while being a boon for the IT sector. What is this if not exploitation, is what the public is asking. It's only to be watched if this will really be passed in the floor of the House or not.
Right. The IT unions have alleged concerns about health and a layoff. But Anaga, how do you see this in the larger context that Karnataka is already, embroiled in this controversy about job reservations for Kannadigas? With this coming in context, will it, impact the larger working conditions in the state of Karnataka?
Well, when the job reservation demand was put forth, it certainly increased the risk of investors fleeing Bangalore, fleeing Karnataka. Bangalore isn't just Karnataka's capital, it's also the startup capital for the entire country. Now, if the job reservation would have been passed in the assembly, then it could have raised concerns about investors really, fleeing Karnataka or even cutting forth their incremental investment here in Karnataka for those who have already invested in Karnataka. In fact, right when the government put this forward, Telangana opened its doors up, stating that, hey, if not Bangalore, we are here. We will open our arms for you. Come here, come to Telangana and invest, including Hyderabad as well. This was the biggest concern for Karnataka government. It was when Nara Lokesh tweeted on his Twitter, that was when the Karnataka government woke up and overnight they put this bill on hold. They said that yes, we ran into this without having much deliberations and discussions. This discussion was hastily done, it was hurriedly done. We are still yet to sit with the industry experts before really drafting forth this bill. So we are going to put this on hold, is what the government said. Certainly an embarrassing situation for any government, putting in a bill, then saying, no, we hurried. So, we are going to put it on hold. Very embarrassing for siddaramaiah government. And now comes number two, increasing the working hours for IT employees and BPO employees. Certainly, raising a lot of questions and very, very, very employee unfriendly is what we are hearing. But it is to be watched if this will be passed or not, number one. And number two, investors at this point, since Telangana is the closest competitor to Bangalore, we can expect a lot of investors to, sort of consider Telangana also as a potential option, maybe if not Bangalore.
Anaga, I think the only person happy listening to this would be Narayan Murthy, if you remember a few months ago. Thank you for joining, Anaga. As per reports, a proposal to increase working hours has been on the discussion table for some time now. There has been a demand from the IT, ITES, BPO sector to extend the timings, and stakeholder meetings are going, but we haven't decided on it yet, they said. Karnataka State IT, ITES Employees Union, that is KITU, is up in arms. This amendment tries to normalize a 14-hour workday, said Suhas Adiga, KITU's General Secretary. It will allow companies to make employees work indefinitely, which is unacceptable. The union warns that this move could lead to job losses. It will allow companies to make employees work indefinitely, which is unacceptable. The union warns that this move could lead to job losses. Switching to a two-shift system from 3 shifts could result in 1/3 of the workforce losing their jobs, they claim. Health concerns are also front and center. KITU cites a report saying 45% of IT employees suffer from mental health issues like depression and 55% face physical health problems. Longer working hours would only make things worse. A study suggests increased hours could raise the risk of stroke by 35% and heart disease by 17%, the statement read. This proposal shows the government is prioritizing corporate profits over workers' lives, KITU states. Employees need personal and social lives, not just endless work hours. KITU is calling on the government to rethink this proposal and warns that the state's 20 lakh IT employees might resist. Around the world, longer hours are seen as harmful to productivity. This move is out of touch, the union emphasizes. The government is still discussing the proposal with more decisions expected soon. As the debate heats up, all eyes are now on Karnataka to see how this controversy unfolds. I'm Deepthi Rao. You are watching India Today, SoSouth.